Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Are y'all here? Are you not here? Shabbat shalom. Y'all happy to be here today?
Yes.
Okay. No? Who said no? I saw you said no?
Yeah.
I got a knuckle sandwich for you. It's always good to be here on Shabbat, right? Have fun on Shabbat?
No.
Yes.
No.
The Most High gave us another day and another week to worship and serve, right? All right, what did we talk about last week? Anybody remember what we talked about last week? Abraham. What about him?
He was scared of he getting killed and they taking his life.
He was scared that he was going to get killed and they was going to take his wife, right? So he said that this is my sister, right? Like we talked about before, in times past, his father's daughter was Sarah, right? So technically it was his sister, but what was he showing? Sit down. What was he showing when he was just telling them that this was my sister, that he was what? He was showing fear, like he was afraid. His faith wasn't that high, right? So the king found out that that was actually Abraham's wife, right? So he gave her back and he sent them out, right? Then he ran into that situation again with the Philistines, right? He gave her back, right? Okay. Do anybody know what Abraham's sons' names are? What are two sons that you know of Abraham? Or give me one. One son of Abraham. Abraham's son. Give me one of Abraham's sons. Who are your forefathers? Abraham.
Isaac and Jacob.
So, who is Abraham's son?
Isaac.
Isaac. Who is Isaac's son?
Jacob.
Right? So, what's one of Abraham's sons? Isaac. Right? We're going to get a little bit into Isaac today because we're going to keep going on the same path of where we were going before. Okay? All right? Son, get off the chair like that. All right, this is Genesis chapter 26. You ready? And then after this, we're going to go back and then we're going to walk these stories up in the next coming weeks, okay? 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 Yes? 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 All right. Genesis chapter 26 and verse 1. And there was a famine in the land, besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. What is a famine?
Food.
Food what? What about food? You're on the right track. What about food? It's not a lot of food, or there's a shortage of food, right? Famine. There's almost no food. So you'll see people use the word scarce or scarcity, right? So there was a scarcity of food, or there was almost no food there, right? So there was a famine in the land besides the famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac, right? Who was Isaac? Yeah, but who is he? Who's his father? Abraham, right? You had your hand raised? Oh, okay. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, the king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. This just so happened to be one of the same places that Abraham went to, right? And this is one of the places that Abraham went to and said that Sarah was his sister, right? All right, let's see what happened. What do y'all think gonna happen? What do y'all think gonna happen with Isaac? You think he's gonna get killed? Whew.
I think they just gonna send him out.
Think they're gonna send him out? Why? Why do you think they're gonna send him out? Ian, what you think gonna happen?
I think they're gonna take his wife into his house.
Pharaoh's gonna take his wife into his house? We're not talking about Pharaoh right now. We're talking about Abimelech, the king of the Philistines. But let's keep reading, okay? It says, and Yahuwah appeared unto him and said, go not down into Egypt and dwell in the land which I should tell you of. So he said, don't go back to Egypt. Because whenever there's a famine, there's a pattern. Everybody goes where? To Egypt, right? So the Most High said, don't go to Egypt this time. Go to where I tell you to go, okay? Live in this land, and I will be with you, and will bless you. For unto you and unto your seed I will give you all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham your father. So he just promised Isaac the same thing that he told Abraham. Okay? Let's see what happens. Verse 4. And I will make your seed to multiply as the stars of Shamayim. What's Shamayim? That's where the kingdom is at. But what else is it? What is it? What's another word for Shamayim? What do they say Shamayim is?
In the sky.
In the sky, right? They call it heaven, right? Well, it's in the sky, right? He says, and I will give to your seed all these countries, and in your seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed or increased. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. So he said, Abraham did what I told him to do. So when he's talking to Isaac, what is he expecting Isaac to do? Do the same thing, right? Verse 6. And Isaac dwelt or lived in Gerar. And the men of the place asked him of his wife. Right? So when he said they asked him of his wife, what are they asking him? Hey. Not where's his wife, but they're asking him about his wife, right? They don't necessarily know that this is his wife. They're just asking him about her, right? Like, who is this? Right? What do you think he said? What do you think Isaac said? You think Isaac was one of the ones who said, you know what, this is my wife? How many of y'all think Isaac said that? Raise your hand. You think it? Okay. Who thinks that Isaac said, this is my sister, like his dad did? Say, nah, Isaac not going to do that, right? Let's see what happened. And the men, this is verse 7, and the men of the place asked him of his wife. And he said, she is my sister. Oh, man. What did he just do? He did the same thing that his dad did. He just told a what?
A lie.
A lie. Why did you do this?
He didn't want to get killed.
Why do you think he didn't do it?
Because
He didn't want to get killed. Let's see. What do you think? Why do you think he didn't want to do it? Or why do you think he didn't tell them the truth?
He didn't want them to take his wife and then let him go.
He didn't want them to take his wife and then let him go? Okay. What you think? Why do you think he didn't Why do you think he told them that that was his sister? What's up? Sit down. They didn't want him, he didn't want them to know that that is his wife? Okay. Well, let's see what happens. All right. Verse 7, and the man of the place asked him of his wife, and he said, she is my sister. For he feared to say, she is my wife, lest, said he, the man of the place should kill me for Rebekah, because she was fair to look upon. So you were right, right? He was scared that they was going to kill him because his wife was beautiful. Now, is that okay? No, that's not okay, right? He was afraid. He was fearful. Now, what did the Most High just tell him before he got there? What did he say? Don't go to Egypt. What else did he tell him? Nope, not don't lie. He told him, I will be with you. The Most High said, I will be with you.
Even if he told them it was his wife, the Most High won't let them kill him.
Absolutely. Even if he would have said, that's my wife, the Most High wasn't going to let them kill him. Right? So he just plainly lied. Right? I wonder who he got that from. Who do you think he got that from? His dad. Right? All right, let's keep on going. And it says, and it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, the king of the Philistines, looked out at a window and saw, and behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah his wife. When it said he was sporting with Rebekah his wife, what do you think he was doing? They were outside playing, right? They were outside playing with each other. Isaac and Rebekah were playing, right?
So they could know that is his sister, but not.
Nope.
So he should know that it's not.
Nope. I don't think they did it so they could know anything. It was just the fact that he was out there playing with his wife, right? But when a husband and wife play around, you can't help but to notice that these two may be married, right? And that's what the king saw. Let's see what it says. It says, and it came to pass when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out the window and saw, and behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah his wife. And Abimelech called Isaac. So he told Isaac, after he saw them out there playing, he told Isaac, he said, man, come on up here, man. Come on up here. Right? What do you think he told him?
Is that your wife?
Is that your wife? Is that what y'all think he said? Is that your wife? That's what he said. Asad, come sit down, son. Then Abimelech called Isaac and said, behold, for sure that is your wife. So he told him, like, hey man, that is your wife. You tried to make it seem like that was your sister. I know that's your wife. Right? He said, that is your wife. And why did you say that she is my sister? And Isaac said unto him, because I said, lest I die for her. Right? He was afraid. He was like, look, I told y'all she was my sister because I thought y'all was going to kill me for her. Right? Which is not good, right? The Most High just showed that he was going to be with him. Okay? Verse 10. And Abimelech said, what is this that you have done to us? One of the people might have lied with her. And should you have brought this guiltiness upon us? So what he said is, one of these people in our place, they could have grabbed her and lied with her. Right? They could have laid with her. And then we would have been guilty because you said that this is your sister. Right? That's not right, right? All right, let's see what it says. And Abimelech charged all his people, saying, he that touched this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. Right? So now the king is putting a hedge of protection around Isaac and Rebekah. Why do you think that he's doing that?
Because he lied.
Nope, not because Isaac lied. Because of who? Because the Most High. The Most High said, hey, I'm going to be with y'all. Right? He don't know Isaac, but he was compelled to say, don't nobody touch this man or his wife. Right? Remember, way back when Abraham did it, the Philistines said that they were a righteous nation, right? What does it mean to be righteous? They had faith of some sort, right? But what were they doing? They were keeping something.
Keeping the laws.
They were keeping laws, right? They were keeping commandments. So they said, listen, don't nobody touch him or his wife. Okay? Let's see what it says. Or they shall surely be put to death. So if anybody tried to kill Isaac, if anybody tried to kill Rebekah or tried to sleep with Rebekah, what was going to happen to them? They was going to get killed, right? Then Isaac sowed in that land, so he planted a field in that land, and received in the same year 100-fold, and the Most High increased him. And the man waxed great, and went forward until he grew and became very great. All praises to the Most High, right? Ultimately, for the third week in a row, what are we supposed to always do? Tell the truth, right? Because according to the scriptures, the truth will do what?
Keep you alive.
It'll keep you alive, but it says the truth will set you free. Good job. The truth will set you free. All right. What's Abraham's son's name?
Isaac.
For 1,000 points, can anybody tell me what Abraham's other son's name was?
Jacob.
Nope. 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 Starts with an I.
Isaac.
That's his first son. I mean, not his first son, but that's his son. But what's another one? Starts with an I. Ishmael. All right, you get 500 points because I kind of gave you a little bit of the answer. All right. Ishmael. So we're going to be reading about Abraham. We're going to be reading about Isaac. We're going to be reading about Ishmael. Right? Adam, Eve, Cain. We're going to be reading about all of them in the coming months, right? But what I want y'all to understand always is to always do what?
Tell the truth.
Always do what?
Tell the truth.
Always do what?
Tell the truth.
No matter
What?
no matter what. Okay? The Most High gonna be with you. Even if you feel like you're in trouble, always do what?
Tell the truth.
Always tell the truth. Okay? Alright. So before we get up out of here, what I need?
3 hallelujahs.
I need 3 hallelujahs. Y'all got them for me?
Yes.
He said no.
Me.
You got them? You got them? And honey, you're hiding. You got it? All right, on the count of 3, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's the only one I heard. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Before we do this last one, what does hallelujah mean? No, not Joshua judges Ruth. What does hallelujah mean? We just went over this last week. What? Praise you, Yah. All right, next time, if y'all don't know what it means, I'm not going to let y'all say it. Praise you, Yah. You're supposed to be saying stuff that you know. Praise you, Yah. Hallelujah. Praise you, Yah. Okay? Praise you, Yah. All right, my last one. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. Thank you and good day. I'll see y'all later.